Namaste, and welcome to October 2018.
Whew, we are here, we made it, and so much to share. And we just want to say right off the bat, if you have not watched our September predictions video, go watch it right now, because everything we predicted is not only happened, is still happening, and we have a lot to share.
Yeah, there is an amazing energy that September brought forward, and speaking of amazing energies, we just concluded a beautiful group that visited us at the equinox here in September.
Our divine illuminations.
Divine Illuminations, which is truly a sacred mystical journey of relaxing past all of the chatter and moving into the essential authenticity of your soul.
So hi everybody, and some of you are still here, but to
Yeah.
all of you that were with us,
Yeah.
we miss you already, and we're so grateful you were here with us.
And for those of you that are going, hey, what is that? Well, tune in, because every equinox, now that's March and September, we will continue to offer these deepening residential workshops. So
Yeah.
visit SriandKira.com and you'll learn more right there.
Yeah, for the March Divine Illuminations. But let's get back to the September-October window, because it is a window.
Well, I want to, when the window's open, what's blowing?
Yeah, really.
And I want to remind you that September, with all those retrogrades and things that were going on, it was like it was massaging you and bringing forward that which you choose to bring forward. Now, the magical phrase is radical authenticity.
Now really feel that, because radical authenticity, which started rising in September, and we talked about it in using the analogy of Durga. And again, go watch the September video, because this rising energy of September, this combination of radical authenticity, gave you the opportunity to come out of the shadows, to be your best self, to trust yourself, to claim that rising energy. And remember, this was about the feminine, and it's very, very exciting, because on the planet right now, in the end of August, we predicted, we said that in September, the feminine energy would have the opportunity to rise up, irrespective of your gender identity, and make positive change on the planet. And we are in that motion right now. We're seeing all of this happening, and it makes me very excited about the October.
Now, one of the things that there is a little paradox, because as we look inside and we become better acquainted with our truth.
Yeah.
And that's where your authenticity resides, by the way. It's not your thoughts. It's your heart-centered anchoring of that which is so.
Yes,
now, the radical
yes.
piece of your authenticity is the willingness to express it. It may seem radical to those that are all complicit with a certain standard of delusion, really.
The truth can be frightening.
The
and
truth
the
can be a little radical at times.
Can be
Yeah.
intimidating. And yet, if we are unable to relax and receive truth, then we have said yes to being deceived. We have said yes to being manipulated. And this brings us, I'm just going to jump in right now because I'm too excited about it, but this brings us to the October energy. The October overarching energy, which is a continuation of September. Now remember, go watch the September video, is trust. And it's that trust in yourself that is an extension of what happened in September. It's an extension of radical authenticity. And this trust in yourself, and it's funny, you need to dial it way up to high, guys. Imagine it. You just got to dial that trust way up to high. And the minute you do that and support that and really pay attention to that aspect of yourself, you're going to soar through October in ways that will blow your mind.
Yeah, this energy that began in September is continuing to rise well into October.
Now remember, it's still rising.
Yeah, and it's creating, you might call it a kind of a new norm. A norm that supports authenticity, a norm that supports being vocal or outspoken or visible in a way that you hadn't in the past.
Yeah.
This is the, quote, radical part of it. It's because you're stretching a boundary, you're stretching a norm.
Yeah.
And now trust.
Woo!
Oh my goodness, what a wonderful word.
The ultimate T word.
It is.
It really
It
is.
is, because Trust is always anchored from the inside. What are you trusting in? I'm trusting in my heart. I'm trusting in my own wisdom. I'm trusting in the guidance I receive that I then anchor into my life and I take an action.
Woo!
I am trusting inwardly that that which I am is good enough and I deserve to express my truth.
And if you just had a challenge with what Sri is saying, with all my heart and soul, please, please, please go to sriandkira.com, go to our home study, and check out Navigating the Inner Matrix.
It'll
Because
help.
if ever there was a month where there was a way that you could really call positive assistance to yourself, it would be by saying yes to yourself and taking the Navigating the Inner Matrix program this month. Why? Because the entire planet is navigating the inner matrix, the inner workings, the inner self aspects of all beingness. Now, this energy opened up in the end of August, and as Sri was mentioning earlier, we had all those, remember we had all those retrogrades that finally released in early September. Then we came into this profound equinox energy, and truly I bow to all of you that were here with us live. I bow to all of you that are out there, because we went into that extremely intense full moon, and the energy has been building. Most certainly on the opposite of the ascended aspects that are going on the planet right now exists right next to that, the lower side of that, or the 3D aspects of that, and everything is getting its voice. So this trust energy for October is paramount, and it is I want to say an offshoot, but that's the wrong word. It is an expansion. That's the word. It is an expansion of this radical authenticity energy. And remember that we mentioned in late August. So the energy of September is rising still. Remember, September was carrying into November. So here, into October, forgive me. November and December are their own thing. We'll talk about that at the end of the month. But October is I just want to put up a yield sign here, okay? It really is. It's that warning that says that it is an opportunity, and you're going to keep getting more and more of these opportunities to step on that tiger, or excuse me, step on that lion. And we talked about this in September.
Durga energy.
Claim that Durga energy. Now, here's the serendipity of October. Right smack in the middle of October, we arrive at Navratri. Now, Navratri is the celebration of Durga, and there's the dates slide a little bit all across India, but between the 9th and the 18th, that 9-day period, and then on the 19th, there's a big rising energy as well. But between those dates in October, I've wrestled, Sri and I were wrestling a lot on how we wanted to share this in this video. If there was going to be a false flag event or an opportunity to confuse you or to manipulate you, to intimidate you, it's going to happen during that time. Now, the way I've been looking at this, the way that the universe has been showing this through us is when we gave the predictions in the end of August for September, at that moment we were seeing this as a very tight window. But what's happened during the month of September is that this window of time now has, the way I've been describing it to Sri is, it's like slicing an avocado. There's the inner seed, but inside the inner seed there's another seed. Well, we were only seeing that inner part at the end of August. And what's happened during the energy of September is that that inner seed now has an outer seed, now has a fleshy part, and we're in the skin right now. And so the reason I'm giving you this example is that this energy that has been building around October's, let's just use the word surprise, is that it's intended to manipulate. It is not of higher energy. The gift is that it's now been encapsulated by this beautiful, rising, empowered, radical authenticity energy. So the good news is, where this was just radiating in this moment in October, through the success of the radical authenticity, through the success of the coming out of being yourself, it has actually buffered this October moment. Now, everything is still up for grabs, and there's still a propensity toward this spinning energy that can be pretty intense, guys. And you can see I get I've begged and I've pleaded with the universe to offer the words to share this, but there is a mix of energies coming together, and again, it's between this 9 and 18, 19, October 8 to 19 period, where there is a confluence coming together of everything, and there is arising a moment in October that is going to invite you to trust yourself. You've got to dial it up to high. Trust what you know is right. Trust your inner judgment. Trust your intuition. If you are connecting with this video, you are already more advanced than you're giving yourself credit for. And that's why you're here. And October is an opportunity to dial it up and to pay attention to not just capsule the energy of the rising Durga, to be it.
Yes.
To be it,
Yes.
to call it in, and to really stake that energy on the planet and say yes to you. And of course, during those 9 days of Navaratri, Sri and I will be observing all the colors, all of the celebrations, and we invite you in your heart between those moments in October to every day celebrate you, trust in you, do something every single day in October because you're trusting yourself to do it. Even if it's just trusting yourself to eat a new food, it doesn't matter. Every single day in October, practice active trust.
Now, as this energy is continuing to rise, a rising tide will support all the little floating boats. It's important to recognize that those who are firmly grounded in their egoic agendas, those that really believe in their egoic agendas, will also be given extra energy.
Yes,
And so
they're trusting in themselves.
And they're
for
trusting
sure.
in their agenda.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And this isn't a commentary on the value of anything. What it is we're inviting you to look a little deeper and understand that as this energy lifts, it's supporting let's just say an integrity of who are you.
Yeah.
And if you are an expanding person on the path of a realization, on the path of awakening, we're inviting you to recognize this energy will support a deepening self-trust, a deepening anchorship of your divine guidance with your earthly wisdom to take right action and be radically visible.
And to avoid being provoked. The word provocation is all over the place, guys. And this has already begun, all right? We're putting out this video right now. It's still September. We're making this video. We're putting out this video because the provocation energy is worldwide. It's all the way out there. In 2003, Sri and I put out the book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home. It has been at the top of the charts for almost 15 years now. And we first talked about the path of authenticity, the yoga of self-ascension way back then. This is the moment to rise into the yoga of self-ascension. The yoga of self-ascension is the opportunity that simply says, I am. And I recognize that every single being has the right to be. And if there is but one sin, and this is the words of Archangel Zadkiel responding to my beloved Sri Ramka, who asked Archangel Zadkiel about sin, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And I was asking the angelic realm, please tell us about sin. And the response was, if there is, to use your word, sin, if there is a sin, it would be to interfere with the path of another, and then conversely to allow another to interfere with you. Because we
now take that in, take a breath, take that in, because that provocation energy in October is an interference energy.
Yes. We are on a planet of free will. We are on a planet where every divine soul in a body is finding their way.
Woohoo!
They're finding their way. And
Yes, they are.
sometimes tragic choices are made.
Absolutely.
That does not give you the right to turn their life off or to stunt another being.
Now, I want to jump in, because it does not mean you have to agree with them, okay?
Exactly.
Please do not misunderstand us. Just like words, right? We use words as placeholders. Energy is the gift, and so many of you write us about the energy you feel in these videos. Thank you for receiving that, because that really is the gift. And so, when we allow ourselves the opportunity to release the judgment.
There you are.
All right, when we release the judgment, which is one of the 4 steps of self-ascension. If you go to SriandKira.com, get our free ebook. It's free. It's right there. Just grab it. And so when we release judgment, we expand our vision. Now, in order to expand your vision and keep it expanded, you need to support yourself always. And I'm very excited that we have just launched in October a beautiful new radio network, guys. Go to onenesstalkradio.com. Okay?
OnenessTalkRadio.com.
OnenessTalkRadio.com. And if you're grabbing this early in the month, we're still working out some glitches on the site, but the site is up. And here's the deal. Click on the player and leave it on all day. Not only will you hear amazing shows, you'll hear amazing music, and that's uplifting, and what we call oneness moments, which are just these little 3 to 5 minute segments of inspiration. And imagine your life in October, trusting yourself, listening all day long, have this positive music, positive inspirations, people of oneness consciousness. Join us, be part of that consciousness. When we come together in the evolutionary expanded vision of oneness, that's how we're making these changes. And this was proven in September. I'm so excited. Go watch the September video, because collectively we are making a difference. And in October, we're all going to be called very rapidly to make that difference even more effective. It's about dialing up your self-trust, paying attention, and in the face of provocation, remaining in the divine space of you.
And I want to pick up, because we opened up the door on a topic we didn't quite finish it.
Please.
There is an important difference between inhibiting the path of another and being the lion, the guardian of what you know is true for yourself, for your family, your friends, your community, etc. This is part of why we took birth, because we're balancing these spiritual imperatives with physical realities, and this is a big call forward for wisdom, which brings us to, from the inner work standpoint, to forgive them.
Yeah, they know not what they do.
They're doing the best they know how.
They really are.
Given their state of consciousness.
Yeah.
To forgive them, and to forgive yourself, to take care of your family, friends, community, and world as best as you know how. Because really that's all we can do, is do our best. And to trust that we are being guided, to trust our own authenticity, and to take the best of what's in front of you and apply it in your lives.
Woo! Take the best and apply it in your life. I love that. And remember, as we move through October and this rising Durga energy is here now.
Yes.
Remember that, and I love the symbolism, that Durga was the union of Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati. And so Saraswati means claim your wisdom, right? Lakshmi means claim the manifest glory of the abundant stream of who you are. And Parvati comes forward as the balance of Shiva, as the love, as the warrioress who can stand next to thee, the unification of the masculine and the feminine. And this is again what we started talking about in September. This transcends all gender identity. This is about calling in that energy. October, through your trust and your dedication to your divine nature, will offer you an opportunity to pop and thrive, as long as you avoid this manipulation provocation. Remember, it's just as rich. This trust is just as rich, whether you're in the ascended presence or the density presence. So the question is, who are you trusting? And I pray it's you. I pray it's you. And
while you're trusting and while you're exploring SriandKira.com, please check out the amazing journey that is coming at the end of 2019.
We only have 2 slots left.
To the country of Bhutan.
Woo!
Now, Bhutan is a fabulous, it's so authentic, it's so beautiful. I can't begin to describe this other than to say that this group of travelers will be immersed in the authentic culture of that crucible of Buddhism. We will be in the high mountain environments, and we will be affecting the timeline of what's going on.
There's things we just can't say publicly about our Bhutan journey, other than we are being granted access. We're going to be filming a documentary while we're there, but we are being granted access to places that you're not allowed to go. And this is because of our extraordinary blessing of the beings that we've coordinated this journey with. So if you're interested in joining us with Bhutan, you need to let us know ASAP. I mean, we have 2 spots left. And similarly, it's like 2-2. We only have 2 spots left for the live December. Now, join us live here in the Andes Mountains for this December. We, at the request of the Ascended Realms, are going to be doing our first live Archangelic Ensoulment in 2 years. If you can't join us live, get in our list for the live stream. Send us an email to support@SriandKira.com. We'll get you into the list because we are going to be doing a beautiful New Year's Eve from the Andes Mountains. It'll start at 8 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be done by 10 p.m. Pacific time. We don't want to interrupt your other plans, but you might want to gather some friends together, start making some plans, have some fun. There's going to be music, celebration, sponsored by Oneness Talk Radio. Alan and Sandra are our MCs. There's going to be a lot happening. It's going to be very exciting.
It's a wonderful time to be alive.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful time to be awake.
And to trust you.
So, beloved ones, we encourage you to let what we've shared wash into your own body and mind and activate your own knowings, because there's so much ahead. Relax and breathe. Trust yourselves and know that all is truly well.
We love you.
Namaste.
Namaste.